Welcome to tracking my Bitcoin portfolio, day 81. My Bitcoin's worth $23,620.46, which is down $1,081.52 since yesterday. I also added 1,271,148 Satoshis to my portfolio. Now I'm going to go into these comments. This person said, "Nice vid. I like how you got more into world economics in this video. What was the moment that made you realize Bitcoin was more than just another investment? And what's the biggest misconception about Bitcoin that still annoys you?" I probably realized Bitcoin was more than just an investment when I realized like you can actually like take control of this thing and actually be completely self-sovereign, which is different from other things. I mean, there are similarities. Like you could go and buy your own gold, precious metals, and take control on that. You could go and buy collectibles and take control of that. But the reason why Bitcoin's different is because it's digital. It's hard to take control of stuff that's digital. And in fact, Bitcoin's basically the only thing that you can do that with. You can do that with other cryptocurrencies, but they don't have the network effect. So it's its own thing. And when you have something that has the network effect that's digital, that's its own thing. You can't just replicate Bitcoin. You can't just replicate all of the mining infrastructure. You can't replicate all of the people that already save in Bitcoin, all of the merchants that already accept Bitcoin. That's a network effect. And so when you realize, when I realized like, I realized that it creates its own new system. It's its own new system. And so since it's its own system, you can opt out of the current system into that system. Sorry, it's hard for me to do keep-ups while holding my laptop, but you can opt out of the current system into that system. Okay? So then you have to ask yourself, okay, are those two systems that are competing against each other? And I believe that they are. And so since the government can't stop you from opting out of that system, okay, what are they going to do? Maybe they think that they can stop you. Maybe they think that they can create all these regulations. But the reality is that they can't freeze your Bitcoin if you store it properly. So if no entity can freeze your Bitcoin, okay, what can the government do? They can adapt or they can die, okay? Because we're talking about a separate system. If other countries adapt to this system, then those countries are competing against the countries that adapted. It's like adapting like gunpowder. Like instead of having swords and running around with less advanced technologies, okay, you adapt to the newer technologies, to the newer money that will give you a strategic advantage in international trade. So what I'm trying to say is that realizing that Bitcoin is its own system, that's when it changes everything. It's not something that's working within the current system. So it's basically something that we've never really seen in all of human history. You do have maybe gold. You're able to take control of gold, but the reality is that in a technologically advanced society, you need something that's digital. And the only way to speed up gold or to digitize gold or paperize gold, well, that leads to corruption. So gold doesn't work in this technologically advanced society. Only a digital gold, only something that's truly digital. And you also said, what's the biggest misconception about Bitcoin that still annoys you? The biggest misconception is people thinking that Bitcoin and crypto are the same thing. Most people who disagree with my philosophy, they always put in crypto. They always say, you're wrong, crypto is a bad investment. Guys, I'm a Bitcoin maximalist. It's okay if you disagree with me. I'm all for it. If you think I'm wrong, comment it down below. But please use the word Bitcoin. I hate crypto. I think 99% of crypto is a scam. I hate all of crypto. But the reason I view Bitcoin as separate from crypto is because Bitcoin's market cap is larger than the entire crypto market cap. So imagine if you had a chart that was in like circles, but like the larger the circle, the larger the market cap. Okay, here's the crypto market cap. So you have all of those, discluding Bitcoin, you have all the coins added up, discluding Bitcoin. Okay, that's the circle. Okay, and then here's Bitcoin's circle, and you're lumping in Bitcoin with that. They're two separate things. So when people refer to Bitcoin as crypto, that's the biggest misconception, and it's incredibly annoying. And yeah, most people who disagree with me, they always just say, you know, you're wrong, crypto's a bad investment, but they don't even understand that I'm a Bitcoin maximalist. You have to use the word Bitcoin. I only make the case for Bitcoin. I don't make the case for crypto. I hate crypto. I only make the case for Bitcoin. But yeah, thank you for your comment. This person said, nice house. Any thoughts on starting a car detailing business? I think that's a great idea. I think I don't have any experience in doing that, but there's plenty of resources on YouTube. Like if you can go and search up many different people that have already done that, and try and see like what their pricing is. Try and see you know, like how they run their business. What are some of the problems that they encounter? Because I'll be honest with you, it's probably going to be difficult. Like it's not just going to be you're going to start this business and it's just going to be easy and you're going to make a lot of money. There has to be resistance from value. You know, you may start this and you may just start encountering problems, but that's not a bad thing. You have to kind of deal with those problems, learn, improve your business model, learn how to do the business the most efficient as possible, and just keep trying to improve. Now, you may also try this business and you may also fail, but that's not all bad, because now you know that business doesn't work. Instead of just thinking in your mind, oh, I should start this business. If I would have started this business, it would have been successful by now. But that may not be the case, because maybe there's some type of unknown that you're not calculating, which you may think that your business would have been successful, but maybe there's some type of unknown stopping it from becoming successful. But now you know that business doesn't work. And so then you can spend more time thinking about other things, other businesses. So even if you fail, now you know that business doesn't work for you. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing to just try it out. Try and learn as much as you can. Maybe start with, you know, like people that you know, friends or family. Just try and see how it is. You know, write down everything, like how much you're gonna pay. Maybe you have to buy like some type of vacuum or different cleaning supplies. See how much that all costs. Maybe eventually you'll go and actually like register it into like an actual business that's registered, you know, like with the government. Or maybe you want to start that right away. Like it's kind of whatever you want to do. But I would watch a bunch of videos of people who have already done that. Try and learn as much as you can. Damn it. Okay, but as I was saying, just learn as much as you can, and just trying to improve what you're doing, and maybe it will be successful. But even if you fail, at least you've learned more. You've extended your knowledge into that specific thing, even if you fail. So I would say go do it, learn as much as you can, and go do it. But yeah, thank you for your comment. This person said, Illinois is passing some law where they want to tax Bitcoin transactions. Have you heard about this? What do you think about it? I haven't heard about that specific situation in Illinois, but I hate it. I view Bitcoin as money. There shouldn't be any taxes on transaction. There should be no capital gains taxes. I don't even think you should have to pay any capital gains taxes, to be honest with you. But I've already made my position on that clear. But yeah, like what do I think about that? This is what I think. I think the government can't freeze your Bitcoin. Now, this is all, I just want to clarify, this is all just like hypothetical. This is just me talking. But the government, okay, can't freeze your Bitcoin if you store it properly. So therefore, all of the government's opinions on your Bitcoin, they're just all suggestions. Now, this is just hypothetical. I'm just talking hypothetically here. If the government creates an authoritarian law, you can look at that law and you can say, thank you, government, for your suggestion. I actually don't care about your suggestion. I'm just going to do what's best for me as an individual. Okay? Like you're not here to try and please the government. You're trying to do what's best for you as an individual. So any type of authoritarian laws that are created, you can just view them as suggestions in relation to Bitcoin. You can just view them as suggestions and just say, thank you for your suggestion, government. I'll think about that. But I'm actually just going to do what's best for me as an individual. I'm just going to go move to another country and I'm just going to use Bitcoin as money. And the reason why you're able to do that is because the government can't freeze your Bitcoin. Now, you could say, okay, well, what if the government throws me in jail? Okay, like sure, they can't freeze my Bitcoin if I store it properly, but what if they come to my house and arrest me and throw me in jail? That's a fair point. That's a fair point. So I would say to probably be more strategic, try and move to another country that has better laws, okay? Laws that are actually fair. So you don't want to be someone who's, you have to be more strategic, okay? Maybe follow the law for now, but then plan on moving to another country. That's better for you. That has better regulations for you as an individual. No capital gains taxes on Bitcoin. So that's what I would say. Like you have to remember that the more authoritarian the government becomes, it forces more people to move towards Bitcoin. Okay? And when more people opt out of one system into another, it weakens this system. So the government doesn't want that. So they have to adapt or die. If they start being more authoritarian, more people opt out of that system and into this system, a system where the government cannot siphon value out of. So the government doesn't like that. So with that being said, just opt out of a broken system, and that system isn't run by any laws. Any laws that this system puts onto this system, okay, they actually don't apply. Okay, but this is just all hypothetical. I'm just speaking hypothetical here. But any law that any type of government, any entity, any government, any individual, anything that anyone says on this system, okay, they actually don't control this system. It's its own thing. So that's what I would say. Me personally, I don't plan on paying any capital gains taxes on any of my Bitcoin that I buy. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to do anything illegal. I'm just going to hold my Bitcoin for now. And then at the right time, I'm going to move to another country that has better rules, no capital gains taxes, and then use my Bitcoin as money. So that's what I would say. If you have any more questions, you can comment it down below. This person said, can you play soccer very well? To be honest, I played soccer when I was a kid, but like I'm like okay at like keep ups, but that's just because it helps me think. Like the reason why I'm good at keep ups is because it helps me think. It kind of keeps me distracted. Like I can't just like go like this and just think. I have to be kind of doing something. So that's why I've become fairly good at keep ups. But I'm probably not the greatest soccer player, to be honest. Okay, then I'm going to go into the held comments. So there's one comment in here that's it's held. Like YouTube will automatically like hold comments that may be inappropriate. And this person said, gotta get rid of the Blockstream Jade. Adam Back is I don't want to say that word on here, so I'll probably blur that out. And went to Epstein Island. Yeah, that's definitely something to think about. I still believe that the Blockstream Jade is still a secure device because the code is open source, so you can verify, the code. But with that being said, something to think about. Okay. All right. So those are all the comments. Okay. So what do I want to talk about today? Oh, okay. What I want to talk about today is what's the best way to learn as much as you can. It's to watch as many videos and read as many different things from many different people. Like you guys shouldn't just watch my videos and just agree with everything I say. Like when you watch my videos, be skeptical of everything that I say, okay? And watch 10 other people, watch 20 other people, 50 other people. Try and get as many different opinions as possible. Because at the end of the day, we all have different upbringings. We all have different ways of understanding, different views. We're all kind of different. So it's good to get as many different opinions from as many different people. So that's what I would say to you guys. Go get as many different opinions from as many different people to help formulate your own opinion. That's what I would say. Like read as many different books from different people, watch different videos from different people to help formulate your own opinion. Like even if you disagree with my philosophy, it's good to that's still a good thing. Like you've come up with your own view of the world, okay, and so you can kind of share that view with the world. That's still a good thing. So that's what I would say about that. Another reason why it's good to get as many different opinions as possible is because, like, I can only know so much as an individual. Like I specialize in this one aspect, like what is money, why does Bitcoin have value, tracking my Bitcoin portfolio. But there's many different people that specialize in many different things, so it's good to hear other people that have maybe a better opinion on me, or maybe they have more knowledge on me on a specific thing. Like I'm not someone who's super technical. I don't know every technical aspect of Bitcoin, but there's people out there that do. There's people out there that study economics, more than I do. They study maybe Austrian economics more than I do. They know the history more than I do. They know many different schools of thought, so they have a better opinion in that specific thing. So it's good to just get as many different opinions from as many different people as possible to farther your own understanding. With that being said, though, I don't really have much else to say, so I'm just going to go over how many subscribers I have. I'm at 380. I need to get to 1,000, and I need 4,000 watch hours within 365 days. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Once you subscribe, it helps me monetize my Bitcoin portfolio. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.